Hello, wherever you are, and welcome to Hatha Yoga with Michael Dinney. Very happy to be here with you. 2 yoga blocks, 1 yoga strap, open mind, that's all you need. So we'll start off with a yoga block under the head, a second one between the shoulder blades. And there's different ways to do it. I find it quite nice to have the block between the shoulder blades on its lowest height, next height on the block underneath the head. So that way your head is supported a little bit higher than the heart. You can bend your knees and come onto your forearms to get set up. And then adjust yourself so the yoga block is in between the shoulder blades, just below the neck. Then adjust the second block so it's at the back of the skull. If you have a different way you like to practice this pose, feel free. And then you're welcome to let the knees rest out to the sides, perhaps bring the feet closer, and then spread the arms out to the sides. Now on a long exhale breath, lift the arms up to the sky, joining the hands, spread the shoulder blades. Long inhale breath, bring the arms out to the sides, resisting gravity and bringing the shoulder blades closer together. Exhale, arms up, shoulder blades spread. Inhale, arms out, shoulder blades closer. You're resisting gravity. And continue at your own pace. And you can do no wrong here. Lots of room to experiment, seeing what feels helpful in your body, what feels useful. And next exhale, reach the arms up and pause. On a long inhale, reach the arms towards the back of the mat, overhead range of motion. On the exhale, bend the elbows to a W shape, drawing the shoulder blades closer again. Then inhale, reaching the arms straight back, overhead range, spreading the shoulder blades. Long exhale to bend the elbows, engaging in between them. And continue at your own pace. You're welcome to change your legs at any time, or stay as you were. If you feel pain in the shoulder when you're reaching back, try lifting the elbows away from the floor, elbows to the sky, so that recruits the serratus anterior, spreading the shoulder blades apart before the arms reach straight back. And with practice, your body will know to naturally keep serratus anterior online, and you won't have to worry about it so much. You can just kind of feel your way through the movement. About 3 more long vinyasas. Vinyasa is simply referring to breath-linking movement. And you might breathe slower or faster, it's all good. Do work to slow your exhale down. And then the inhale will naturally start to slow down. And pause at a sweet spot and breathe. You might have your arms straight, you might have your elbows in a W. Either way, wherever you felt benefit. Forehead relaxed. Jaw relaxed. Face relaxed. And on your next exhale, place the hands at the back of the head, place the soles of the feet on the floor, engage your core to do a little sit-up, and then roll over to one side, resting on the arm. Move the blocks out of the way. And as we lay down onto the back, we'll hug the knees in, gently rocking side to side. Maybe you can feel your belly expanding against the legs. Deep belly breathing. And then windshield wipers. Rest your feet on the floor. Take the arms out to the sides. Feet about as wide as the mat. Draw both knees to the left on an exhale. Inhale back to center, leading with the right leg. And exhale off to the right side. Inhale across center. Exhale to the left, gently lifting the right hip. Inhale across center. Exhale right side, extending the left hip. Push off the inner left heel. And then continue exploring, massaging the hips and stretching them. And breathe out whatever rhythm feels comfortable for you. You don't have to link your breath and movement. Both knees to the right, and pause there. Lift your right ankle off of the floor, and then place it on the outside of your left thigh. From there, we'll lift and lower the right knee with the intention of massaging the right buttock into the floor. As you gently push through the ankle, you can also invite more of a stretch through your outer left hip. Maybe you feel that traveling up the side of the spine, through the belly, low back. And then just relax in the posture. Using the most gentle amount of effort necessary for you to get the benefit you're looking for out of the pose. Inhale back to center. Take the feet as wide as the mat. Exhale, left side. Back to center on the inhale. And exhale, other side. And then keep on going dynamically a few more times. And then take both knees to the left side. Pause there. Lift the left ankle away from the floor. Lift the leg. And then place that ankle on the outer right thigh. And then a little bit of movement, lifting and lowering the left knee to massage the hip and to stretch the outside of your right thigh. And then pause at a sweet spot and breathe. Long, slow exhales. Try to fill the belly with the inhale. And inhale back to center. Go side to side a few times again. And then come back to the center, hugging the knees in. Wrap the arms around the legs, round your back. Spread your shoulder blades and breathe. And you're welcome to gently rock side to side again. Breathing deep into the belly. And then stretch your feet out to the corners of the mat. Resting the body just like Savasana, just for a minute or so. Completely let go. Soften your shoulders down your back. Relax the jaw. Relax the belly. The shoulders. Relax the legs, lower back. And relax the eyes. Taking deep, slow breath into the belly. And then start to slowly come back again. And we'll hug the right knee in towards the shoulder. Give it a big squeeze. Try to keep your left leg straight on the ground. And you're welcome to make some circles in your right hip. You can make some circles in the right ankle. It's moving through any tight spots that you find. And then take your yoga strap around the right foot. Bend both knees. With the strap around the ball of the foot, you can then straighten the right leg, holding both ends of the strap with the right hand. Or if you have a loop tied, you can simply hold the one end with the right hand. And then try to straighten that right leg fully, flex toes to shin. If that's coming pretty easily to you, you might explore straightening the left leg onto the mat. Otherwise, keep the left leg bent. Prioritize the straightening of the leg. And start to gently pull back a little bit. And then we'll explore. Make some circles going out to the right and then in across the center. Big circular movements in that right leg. And then bring that leg out to the right and hold the pose. You can hold that strap with one or both hands, your choice. My strap's pretty long, so I'm going to actually hold it with my hands just above my head. And breathe. And then slowly coming up. Release, take the left leg up. Switch sides so you can rest your right foot on the floor with the knee bent or straight. Prioritize left leg straight, flexing into the hip joint and also contracting the quadriceps at the front of the leg. Find a sweet spot, you can pull back gently. Take a few breaths. And then big circles going out to the left and then back across the center. Explore. And then we'll go out to the left and hold the posture. You could take both ends of the strap with both hands or just use the left hand. It's up to you. The advantage of this variation is it allows for a little bit more lateral flexion, where I'm actually shortening left side of the spine to help stretch more through the right side. A few more deep breaths. And then slowly come back to center and set the strap aside. And take a moment to relax onto your back, just like Savasana with the feet wide, arms at sides. And then hug the right knee in towards the shoulder. Bend both legs. Half happy baby, so lift the right ankle. So you're opening the knee about 90 degrees or even more than 90 degrees. There's also the option to place a strap around the foot. If it's available to you, you could simply hold the foot with one or both hands. And then we turn the right hip outwards So the whole knee turns towards the right side, following the femur, and then pull back a little bit. You're welcome to stay there. If you're a little bit looser holding the foot, you might choose to round your back, lifting the head and shoulders, engaging more through the abdominal core. This is working into the rectus abdominis, the six-pack. One more breath. Inhale, resting the head down. Now as you exhale, hook your right ankle on the outside of your left thigh. Now you're going to push into that left foot and move your pelvis to the right side of your mat. Long exhale, lowering the knees over to the left side. You can hang out there with both arms on the floor, or you can use the left hand on the outside of the right thigh to very gently help it towards the floor, press down on it. Inviting a stretch through the right hip, side body. And it's also really nice to let go of the effort. Let yourself just totally let go in the posture, relaxed. If that feels impossible, you might take a yoga block and place it underneath the right thigh. So it's supporting the thigh bone, so it can just relax there a little more. Deep breath into the belly. One more breath. And back to center. Center the hips on the mat. And then we'll hug the left knee into the shoulder. And we missed this the first time around. Whoops. So let's do it. You can straighten the right leg onto the mat, hold your left knee, and then make some circles in your left hip. You can also make some circles in that left ankle. And then bending both knees, half happy baby. Lift the left ankle to the sky. You can take a strap around that foot or hold onto the foot, turning the hip out a little bit more even. And as you exhale, very gently pull back, drawing the knee towards the floor outside the ribs. Great place to stay. Option 2, exhale, tuck the chin, lifting head and shoulders. Breathe. Strong in the abs. Inhale, relax the head down. And then exhale, bring that left ankle outside of the right thigh. We're going to push into that right foot, lifting the pelvis. Bring the pelvis towards the left side of your mat. And on a long exhale, lower your knees towards the right. Maybe you're taking the yoga block underneath that inner thigh again, so it can rest on the block. You can also use your hand to press down a little bit. It's not about getting the knee to the floor, it's just a direction to press something into. At the same time, your left chest is turning open in the other direction. And it's really this sort of gentle tension of opposites that can make these poses so therapeutic. You're also welcome to relax the effort. And take some deep breath into the belly. We'll be here for a little while again. Find depth in the exhale. Long, slow exhale. Soft sound in the throat, soft ocean sound. This helps the inhale also get slower. And slowly come back to center again. Placing the feet on the mat hip width. Lift your pelvis, center it on the mat. And then draw the knees towards the shoulders so the knees are wide apart. And try to press the sacrum into the floor. That's the area at the back of the pant line. As you do that, you might find you can actually honor the natural curve of your lower back. And explore drawing the knees closer to each other and then wide apart. Big circular movements in the hip joints. And if you're trying to maintain the natural lower back curve of the lumbar spine, if you have that curve, you may find that your core is naturally contracting. Just to help keep it within comfortable range of motion. So there's extension in the low back, but not too much, just the right amount for you. And then rest the feet on the floor, straighten your legs out, and move into another 1 minute Savasana. Arms at sides, feet wide, letting go. We'll rest for about a minute. Consciously scanning the head for tension, forehead, jaw, mouth, throat. Totally relax. Then come back to the body again, wiggling fingers, toes, ankles, and wrists. And then bend both knees, placing the feet on the floor just in front of your hips. We'll do a few rounds of bridge posture as a vinyasa. Just going to move my props out of the way here. There we go. So feet are about hip width, just in front of the sitting bones, a few inches forward at least. And with an inhale, lift the arms over the head. With an exhale, lift the hips up. Try to keep the legs parallel. Inhale, bring the arms down. Exhale, lower through the vertebra. And repeat that a few more times. Inhale, lift the hips. Resist gravity, slowing the movement. Oops, exhale, coming up. I'm too relaxed, I cued it wrong. Inhale, bring the arms down. Exhale, lower the spine. Let's try that again. So from laying down, inhale, lift the arms, reach them back. Exhale, lift the hips up. Inhale, lower the arms. And exhale, lowering through the vertebra. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, lift the hips. Inhale, lower the arms. Exhale, lowering through the vertebra. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, lift the hips. Inhale, lowering the arms. Exhale, lowering through the vertebra. Now for this next one, we'll take a yoga block underneath the sacrum. So simply lift the hips on an inhale. And you can place the yoga block either on its lowest height. I would recommend the next height up. So it goes horizontally. Just below the back of the pant line is where I have mine. You can see it there. And it's supporting the sacrum, which is not the lower back, but the region below that, this triangular bone. That's near the top of the buttock region. So with the sacrum supported now, bring the feet together as close as you can comfortably. With an inhale, lift the right foot off the floor, keeping the knee bent. Exhale, bring it down. Left leg, inhale, lift the knee, lift the foot. Exhale, bring it down. And then continue. Inhale, lift the right foot, lift the knee. You might even try straightening the leg. And then exhale, bend the knee, lower the foot. Inhale, lift the left foot. See if you can straighten the leg a little. Exhale, bend the knee, and lower the foot. Then keep on going. If it's too much to straighten or if it's uncomfortable, work with the knee bent. This posture is targeting hip flexion, active hip flexion, which is a big part of becoming flexible. Next time the right leg comes up, hold the posture. Breathe into your belly. Try to keep the belly soft. And then see how much you can straighten the right leg up to the sky. And then just hang out there for a little while. Breathe. Enjoy. Gaze up to your right foot if you can see it. Deep breath into the belly. So the abs don't have to do the work. It's more about the hip flexor muscles. And a lot of times people think their hamstrings are tight, so they need to stretch their hamstrings. And while that could be true, active hip flexion is also important. Of course, the hip flexors get tight from too much sitting, but they also become very weak and underused. A few more breaths. Okay, now for the fun part. Ready? So we're going to exhale to engage the core, lowering the right leg to hover. Keep it as straight as you can. Maybe touch the heel down. Inhale, bring it up. Again, exhale, keeping the leg straight. Bring the heel to the ground if possible, staying straight. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, strong core as you lower. And then keep some of that strength inhaling to come up. A few more to go at your own pace. And then bend your knee and lower the foot. Good. Now we're going to straighten that right leg out and draw your left knee in towards your left shoulder. So you might hold the back of the leg. You might be able to hold around the knee or shin. One or both hands. Pull the knee in towards the left shoulder. And then try to straighten the right leg onto the mat. Inviting a stretch through the front of your right hip to release the psoas. Psoas being the main flexor of the hip, the muscle that connects the leg bone to the lower back, lumbar and lowest thoracic. So we want it to be both long and strong. It can be both. And even when the psoas releases, it still has a gentle resting tone. It's never fully released. It's one of the deepest muscles, closest to the spine. A few more breaths. And then relax. Bend both knees, soles of the feet to the floor. So you're welcome to stay there for another 5 breaths or so with both knees bent. Option 2, try reaching your heels towards the corners of the mat, straightening the legs, and allowing the hips to turn out a little. Strong core. Think of sending tailbone to knees. And then legs parallel, spin them in. Bend your knees, placing the feet on the floor again, just like bridge. And then with an inhale, lift the left foot off the floor. See how much you can straighten the left leg up to the sky. And breathe. Try to breathe into your belly, softening the abdomen. Feel free to make circles with the ankle. Any little movements there. And then exhaling, engage your core, keeping the left leg as straight as you can. Gently tap the heel or hover to the ground. Inhale, bring it up, strong and straight. And continue, exhale down. Inhale up, keeping the core as active as it needs to be to give comfort to your lower back. This will vary from person to person. A few more to go. All right, and then release the foot down. Hug your right knee to your right shoulder. Give it a good squeeze. You can adjust yourself, softening the shoulders away from the ears more. Squeeze that right knee, and then try straightening your left leg onto the mat, rooting the heel. Lengthening, releasing the psoas. Strong and long. And then we'll bend both knees. And you're welcome to stay there again. Okay, option 2, straighten the legs out towards the corners of the mat again. About 5 more breaths. Strong in the core. Lengthening the low back, sending the tailbone forward to the heels. And then bend both knees, legs parallel, set up for bridge pose. Roll the shoulder heads back into the floor, elbows by your sides, strong between shoulder blades. With a long inhale, lift your hips off of the yoga block, and then take the yoga block out of the way, off to the side. Long exhale, slowly come down. And then draw your knees in towards your shoulders. Full happy baby. So you can modify holding the knees. Full form is catching the feet, lifting them to the sky a bit more. And then you can play with rocking to the left and to the right. Drawing one knee down, letting the body follow, and then the other. And then pause in the center and breathe. And then we'll hold behind the knees and roll up to a table position. So you can bring the hands underneath the knees. And then from table, take the hands a little bit further forward. As you exhale, keep the tail heavy and sit back towards the heels. And then inhale, come forward, shoulders over the wrists. Exhale, bend the elbows, lowering the hips. Inhale, press up, strong in the core, tuck the chin. Exhale, slowly sitting back. And repeat that 3 more times. Inhale, forwards. Spreading fingers wide. Exhale, bend the arms. Inhale, press up. Exhale, sitting back. Inhale forwards. And then exhale. Feel free to modify pausing there. Otherwise, bend the arms a bit. Inhale, pressing up. Exhale, sit back, and then we'll hold. Tuck your chin in. Back of the neck long. Feel free to take the hands further forward and look between your legs, drawing the hips back. Inviting a stretch through the armpits, through the back of the spine. You're also welcome to simply rest your forearms on the floor and rest the head down. Nothing wrong with that. And take some deep breath. And then sit back into child's pose. Bring your legs together. And attempt to sit back onto the heels. You can bow the head towards the ground. Resting your arms by your sides can help the head come down. If it's too much to sit back, you can also let your hips stay up and cradle the back of the head with the hands. It's still a relaxed pose. You're just letting the arms take a little bit of weight. Try to relax your belly and breathe deep into it. So you're welcome to stay as you are. If you'd like to change it up, you might go into the wide-legged version, where the toes are still touching, but the knees come apart. In that one, it can be quite nice to support the forehead on the hands. And if you'd like to take the knees even wider, you may choose to turn to the side of your mat instead. Cultivate stillness in the pose. If you do make any adjustments, let them be slow and intentional. And inhale, lift the head. Carefully bring your legs together. And then we'll lay down onto the back. Final Shavasana. So you can do the good old-fashioned way, laying down. I've been running quite a bit, so I'm going to support myself with these nice cork blocks right underneath my calves. And make your way into relaxation with your arms at your sides. We'll take a good 5-minute rest today. Then I'll bring you out when it's time, so you can let go of time completely. And let go of the body. Gradually let go of any control over your breath. Relaxing the forehead, relaxing the jaw, relax the eyes. Soften the neck and the shoulders. Relax around the shoulder blades. Relax the spine. Relax the hips. And totally let go. So begin to bring awareness back to your body, wiggling toes and fingers, ankles and wrists. And as you're still laying in Savasana, take a long inhale to stretch your arms back. Long exhale there, pointing the feet, rooting the heels. And then hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big squeeze. You can gently rock side to side again. And then roll over onto one side, supporting the head on the lower arm. Either side will do. Traditionally, it's the right side. If you're pregnant, it's the left side. And take a few breaths there. And slowly help yourself up to a comfortable seat. And thank you all very much for practicing today. Hope you're feeling grounded and relaxed, or at the very least had a nice siesta. Thank you, and see you on the mat again soon. Peace, everybody.